this warm-up game in. Got 2 league games you can play. Probably only gonna play one. Been getting my head cracked lately though in Magic League. I gotta get some get back. Gotta figure out some better plays, better scheme, something. It's just looking real bad for a player.
You were saying like blowing you up, on Instagram, like, hey, help me out with this. I would like consulting for that. You guys even started Demeter Ag Consulting, right?
Yep, Demeter Designs. Yep. So it's irrigation design. It can get very in depth. There's a multitude of ways that we can do it. It's kind of what's best fit for the customer. You can see that there was a need for it in the marketing side. A lot of people just didn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, I mean, Roach, I just want to say, like, keep pushing the threshold of what's possible with cannabis,
We're trying, bro.
You're a beacon of light out there, and I think you just continue doing that.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
You see when he comes inside that the cornerback tries to match right away, and you can see it really quick. And basically, it's probably my new favorite offense. So I'm going to put out a full breakdown of this offense because even though I'm going to use this in a lot of gameplays coming up, and I've already put it out in 2, I can't control what my opponent does in a game. I can't control what defenses they call and stuff like that. So I really can only show plays based off of what defense they call. In those 2 gameplays, which I will have links in the description for if you guys want to check them out, I already showed a cover 2 1-play touchdown. I already showed a cover 3 1-play touchdown. I showed some cover 0 1-play touchdowns. And I think I may have covered 1-play touchdown in just 2 videos. But there's so much more this offense can do. So I'm going to make a full breakdown with all that stuff right here in one place. Like I said, it's my new favorite offense. It's one of the best offenses in the game. And my Denver Broncos ebook, which you guys can check out right now, by the way. Them or any of my ebooks. All you have to do is click links in the description or the top and comment, and you can download them instantly and get a ton of money plays because this is just one offensive formation. The entire playbook's like 50 pages long. So I'm going to go ahead and start off getting some of the run plays out of the way because there are 3 run plays here, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on them. I typically try to rush right through these so we can just get to the money plays, the 1-play touchdowns, because those are the most fun. There's not a lot to these run plays, so I'm not going to show them a lot. But if you have a look that looks like this, where that linebacker is supposed to be right over the gap between the tackle and the guard, it's clearly some sort of man coverage, probably like a man zero blitz of some kind. You can see how it pulls him out of the way, making this inside zone a much easier look. I mean, the linebacker definitely filled there, but there's some adjustments you can make to make that even better. So if you have a look like this and you want to step your blocking up in the direction you're going, all you have to do is motion across this B tight end. I'm going to do that a lot during the pass plays so your opponent won't notice the difference. And now you can see how it'll give me more opportunity to get to the edge. But I'm not much of a running player, I'm not going to lie. I'm typically a pass first, pass second, pass third player. But you can see that there is opportunity here when it comes to is going to be the running back, which is a lot like my drive H wheel from the gun stack white flex. As the second he runs out, I can throw it right away, and it doesn't matter what coverage it is. That was actually a man coverage, you can tell by the way the defender is on. I still got 4 yards because typically this route, if you throw it right away, will get open against anything because that's just how the route's designed. It will get open more against zone. You'll probably have a slightly better time. As you can see, if I wait till he turns off the field, by the way, not a good idea. As you can see, if I throw it too late, he will be covered. So that's something you really got to get the ball out quick. But if you get it out right away, you can typically get to the sideline and get a very big, easy catch and run against anything, man or zone, which is probably my favorite part of this play. You also got the drags, which are just as
It's a new Madden year, which means we got to talk
Let's
about the
blaze
new
up
best
something,
playbooks
baby.
in Madden 24. Now, I'm going to go over my 5 favorite playbooks, but I'm also going to throw in a couple of honorable mentions at the end as well that are pretty unique and I think worth checking out as well. Now, the first playbook we have to look at is the Steelers playbook, and this was one of the best playbooks last year, so it's no surprise that it's making a return on the list this year. They've got a bunch of good single back formations, even the single back ace double wing, which is always an underrated but sneaky good formation in Madden. They've got the single back wing stack, which is also a very sneaky good formation. They've got wing slot. They've even got single back bunch and some other ones as well. In I form, they have I form close flex, but this is actually a solid running formation this year, especially the stretch. It's one of my favorite runs in the game out of this formation. Got a couple solid passing plays as well. Then we've got the strong Y off close, another really good formation with some good passes and some good runs, and I have a feeling that the strong close formations are going to make a bit of a comeback this year with running being better and the fact that it's one of the few under center formations that has some good passes. We've got a few pistol formations as well for people that like to operate out of that, but then we get the shotgun where this playbook is going to shine the most. We've got the wing slot offset. We've got tight doubles. We know tight formations are always good in Madden, and tight doubles is one of those really good formations. It's not in a lot of playbooks, and they have really good plays like shot fade cross, cross wheels, flood drive, and more. Then we've got gun tight Y off, a formation that is in a lot more playbooks this year for the first time, and it's actually a sneaky good formation, and the play PA go slot cross is one of the better plays in the game. You've got normal Y off weak, you've got the Y off trips, you've got Y off trips weak, and then you start getting to some of the better stuff. Trips tight end. I think this is going to be a pretty big trips tight end year, and this is one of the better trips tight end formations in the game with some good passes and a couple good runs. Then you've got the bunch strong nasty, which is something we're seeing in more playbooks this year with a decent run and some good passes. Then you've got the regular standard shotgun bunch, which has been the best formation probably in Madden history at this point. Got a lot of good plays in here like Steeler cross, bunch trail, corner strike, verticals, and of course deep corner. You've also got the trips tight end flex, which is a slightly different version of trips tight end, and you've got a bunch of really good empty sets if you like to go 5 wide and really spread the defense out. The next playbook we're going to talk about is the Bills playbook. It was on my list last year, and it's making its way back this year. It's got a bunch of good single back sets. It's got a few good I form sets so you can run the ball. It's obviously got strong. It's got some weak. It's even got pistol, but shotgun is what I really love about this playbook. You've got the split slot, which is okay if you like to kind of get a little bit different on offense. You've got the normal Y off close, which has some good plays. You've got the other normal Y off version as well. Then you get to the Y off X close, which is the famous U-trips formation, as a lot of people know it. Always been one of the best formations in Madden, and it's not in a ton of playbooks.
You've
got very unique plays that are hard to stop. Then you've got the Y off trips weak. Again, we're back to trips tight end. I said I think this is going to be a big trips tight end year, and this trips tight end is really, really good. Then, of course, you've got gun bunch. You typically want a playbook that has gun bunch because if all else fails, you always have gun bunch. It's always there. It's like that favorite blanket you had as a child. If everything else is going bad, you go to gun bunch, and this is a pretty decent gun bunch as well. Then you've got gun tight, which has been removed from a lot of playbooks this year. There's not a ton of playbooks with the standard gun tight or the gun tight offset tight end.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Definitely going to have to start airing it out more.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
That is
Well,
not
good
going to
looking
start the
return
game.
setup here. He's past the 30. And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 20.
Tight sets here as well. Now, you don't have any other under center formations, which is the one bad part, but the single back is so good and the shotgun is so good that it doesn't really matter. So now getting into the shotgun, we've got split slot, we've got the wing slot offset, you've got tight Y off, again, a formation I think is going to be underrated this year with plays like PA go slot cross. You've got the tight Y off weak, you've got doubles, you've got Y trips. Then we start getting to the good part of the playbook. We've got the bunch halfback strong, which is kind of underrated. It's not as good as the regular bunch, but it still will get the job done. But then you've got bunch offset, which is essentially the regular bunch. So you have both versions, and it's always nice when you can have
I
both
would
versions
jump
in
in
a
the
playbook because
chat and
you
tell
can
him I'm ready,
auto-rotate
but
both of them. And then depending
then
on
you're
how
gonna
you
hear me
change up
trying
your
to get all
personnel.
Turnover.
As the offensive guys trot on the field, you know they're congratulating the special teams guys to get them in great position.
Need all
And while
help
they're
we
going
can
out
get
there,
right now.
I'm guessing the quarterback's thinking about taking some good shots at the end zone right now.
Then you've got the tight slot back. Another formation I think will probably be pretty good this year because this is a few more players I think than the regular tight, but this is always a solid formation. For the past like 4 or 5 years in that, you have that here. You have spread. You don't have any spread tight end because you have trade wide flex, which can give you some similar concepts. And you've got a ton of empty stuff. You've got bunch of super underrated and all these other empty sets. So you can really get crazy in shotgun.
Walker now on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play and 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Able to power through. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 17. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal at the 1. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now Smith going to change the play. Now Smith going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Good shit.
Zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Again, not in my top 5, but you can get a little gimmicky with this playbook, and I think it's definitely one worth checking out. And of course, you've always got to mention the Ravens playbook with Justin Jefferson, who's such a unique playbook. It has all these different pistol sets, which have all these different bubble screens, read options, regular QB options, jet sweeps, you name it. If you like to play for Lamar Jackson, a running quarterback, and you like to kind of get gimmicky.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. Oh, he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to lead with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmarks of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure. The final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Back deep is DJ Dallas. Fielded just inside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And a co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leads him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Gino. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try for the first with Walker. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They snap it to Smith. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Smith here, an audible at the line. Throwing now is Gino. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Gino now to throw.
Oh, come on, baby.
On the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Myers' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Ryan. Pushing his way through. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I'm going to put that wire out on that magic check and release once again because it will give you some blocking and it will hold the safety in coverage. And then the B route here is going to be the play. Even with the man lit up one more time.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Still got outside leverage that's going to cause this play to work in his favor. As Corey Davis just comes across, you see he just can't keep up with that.
They'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Davis White will typically catch up right there. I thought he was going to make a play on it. I was hoping that would be a fail take.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled in the booth ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Why not go?
It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
I'm trying to look at the motherfucking plays, but I can't even concentrate on that shit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. as he releases it.
It continues to struggle.
Like they're just totally out of sync. Whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Remember I told you the loneliest place in the world is being a place that you're not wanted. Yeah.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They are going for it. It's Smith.
Good shit.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Okay, then.
Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 85 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead.
What's up, big?
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott.
Oh, good shit.
Looking for Cookson. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
No, I ain't.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gain will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Prescott to throw it.
Oh, my fault, my fault.
Man, that time, man. Too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it instead of firing an absolute bullet. Third down, it's Prescott.
There I go.
It's room to run now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Wrong side,
The
pimpin'.
37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Damn, you too slow. Good shit.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
Oh, you too slow, too.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Second straight drive now here, Charles.
Okay.
They've ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying the left side with Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. He is out of bounds inside the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Behind
his man, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Myers' kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there to force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel sub packages, don't they?
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Here's second down. Second down, Prescott. Oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Here's Prescott.
Good shit, good shit.
No return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ochena Nwosu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's brought down.
Good game, bro. Good game, man.
And today we are joined by our football analyst, OJ.
Let's get to the real game.
OJ, what's good? It's all good. What's good? It's all doing well, man. And y'all won it last week with that Colorado game there. Y'all listen, man. Listen, man. I seen you on, I don't call it X. I know it's called X. I still call it Twitter, right? Damn. Fucking shit. I still call it Twitter. I still call it Twitter because, OJ made a good point. You can't, when you treat somebody, what you want to say, I asked you. Yeah. So it's like, so the whole thing is, I see you talking about me on Twitter the other day, talking about you rooting for Dion, but me and Dion are going down in like 2 weeks, you said, right? We got 11 days, baby. It's 11 days for you and Dion. I'm sorry, I love Dion, and I kind of like you. Y'all are going down. Well, listen, man. I talked to you. I spoke to a friend of a friend of a friend. Dang. And I hear that you supposed to go to Buffalo, but they trying to get you to come to the game in Boulder. Well, now what we doing? Nah, I'm gonna be in Buffalo. Now, I see that, you know, they got Miami, man, Tua and Tariq going against my Bills. I gotta be there, man. Hold on now. Oh, is that a USC flag or towel in the background? Oh, yeah, it is. You know, because they didn't want my TV on back there, so my son put one of my USC blankets. I knew you would pull some shit like this. I knew it. I knew you would pull some shit like this. I knew you would pull some shit like that. I knew you would pull some shit like that, man. Yeah, what's up? I knew you would try some USC shit today, so I came ready for you, man. Yeah, hey, let's get next week. Yeah, next week. I knew that you would try some USC shit, so I came ready for you today. Let's get it right. Yeah, that's the killer. I knew he would try it, murder. I knew he would try some shit like that. Yeah. Hey, you guys got your hands full with Oregon this week, but you know not full with Dion. Yeah, Travis can beat him with speed, but that's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, you know we got Travis on it. You're going down in 11 days, so enjoy it. Yeah, listen, man. We gonna pause that, but listen. Yeah, that was wild. That was crazy because I don't even know. But the whole shit is this. Travis is out. We know that's a tall task, even with Oregon and USC. But I got faith in the new nickname Mace gave him, Tupac Shadour. Tupac Shadour, man. I gotta go with Tupac Shadour. He's got game, you know. You probably right now have the two leading candidates for the Heisman. I mean, for Hunter to go down, that was tough. Because as I said, if he could stay healthy and play both ways all year, I would say he had a good chance of replacing Caleb as the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, that's tough to do in college, but go both ways. I did it in junior college, but in college, it was just too tough. Couldn't do it. Gotcha. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about this next week, man. Yeah.
All we can do, all we can do.
I said this house is going to be cardinal and gold. I see what I got to do. I know what I'm going to do next week. I know exactly what we're going to do next week. Say no more. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'll be ready.
Come on, man.
All we can do is wait and see. Okay, so the Browns running back Nick Chubb faced a gruesome knee injury during the Browns versus Steelers game. This ended up being a season-ending injury. This was also the same knee he injured in 2015 at Georgia. How do you feel about this situation?
Me? Yeah, we're going to start with this. You all football experts, man. This week we saw Dobbins go down, for Baltimore with an Achilles injury. We saw my guy, Saquon Barkley. It turned out it wasn't quite as bad as they thought it would be. He might be out for 3 weeks. I hope he's out for 3 weeks. I wish he wouldn't rush back because I did that one year and I was half me for the rest of the year. I wasn't the juice. I was at 1,000 yards and all of that, but I wasn't the guy I wanted to be. That was tough seeing that. That's what I'm telling you. These running backs need to hit more than anybody on the field. They got 11 guys coming after them. We know Cleveland is a much worse team without Chubb. He was their offense, but they treated him like he was a kicker. You know, and that's one of the reasons why we've argued so much, and I've gone on and nauseam about, hey, you got to start paying these guys because they got a short career, and look what happens to so many of the guys. They injury after injury after injury, and they got a short career, so when they give them that 4-year deal with the fixed income coming out of college, then they got those 2 years for the franchise tag. They never have a chance to sign that contract that they'll never sign what Burrow signed this week. and what Mahomes signed this week. But these guys be getting 5-6 times more money than the running back who does more offense. He's on every offensive play. He's either blocking, running the ball, or running a route. Only the quarterback is more active than he is. And he's not getting hit that much. So, anyway, I feel so bad for my heart goes out to Chubb. I thought he was one of the three best runners in the game. He's one of the guys that can take it to the house from anywhere on the football field. And let's face it, he was their offense. You know how important a running back is? They put a guy named Ford in. He ran for over 100 yards. And he was their offense. Their offense, despite the fact that they got Watson, it doesn't really work without a running back. And, you know, they should be compensated the way that value is to the team. But that was horrible. I saw it on replay, and I wish I hadn't looked at it. It was horrible.
Yeah, I think that they actually should get paid more now that I heard you like week after week, because when I looked into the situation, it seemed like his knee was torn in like 3 different places. He tore his MCL, his PCL, and his LCL, all of it at the same time, as well as the damage to his cartilage. So I don't think this is the same as what happened in college. I think this one is more like career-ending. I don't want to speak that upon him, but it's going to be really tough to come back on this one. This is not like a one-surgery thing.
Ready, set! Yeah, Mace, I know that's absolutely true. I saw it and I said, man, that's a real bad one. On the ready. And so he'll never get a chance to sign that, you know, that second contract that all the other positions get to sign. Even that, once again, it bothers me. And T.J. Hawkinson, who I think is a good tight end, but it bothers me that this guy makes more money than everybody. Did you see McCaffrey this week? Look how great that guy is. I mean, a white boy halfback, the only one in the league, but the boy is unbelievable. And he's making less money than some semi-okay tight end. That's ridiculous. Well, I'm going to speak from the boss's box pause, man. This is, I'm going to have to disagree with you on murder, man. Listen, y'all want all this bread. It is week 2. Niggas is out with career-ending injuries. Saquon Barkley held out. And listen, I fuck with, I want anybody black to get their check. Not even black, any athlete to get their check. But this is what niggas is talking about. This is week 2. You talking about career-ending injury, which we hope it's not. We talking about Saquon Barkley, who just tried to hold out because they paid the quarterback and didn't pay him. Now you're saying he's potentially out for 3 weeks. I didn't know how long it was. I seen the injury that happened. And then we're talking about paying these guys maximum dollar, which I understand you guys are coming from. Saying, look, they don't have a long-term career. They're the shortest position pause that probably gets to play in the NFL. But if you can't make it through a season, goddamn, even Christian McCaffrey that you're talking about, he stays getting hurt. Now, when he comes back, he's exceptional. He's probably, even in North Carolina, he was fucking incredible. But you want all this money, Juice, and listen, Mace is talking. No, Drew, I'm not going to let you talk to me this week. I'll let you talk for 28 minutes is my go. I'll let you get your go in a minute, Juice. Not letting you do it. Mace is talking from a business point and an analyst point, but I'm not, and I think you're very underrated. I'm happy that it is Twitter, and I'm happy that we have this platform that you can spit your football knowledge, because you're very smart when it comes to football. But 2 things that I noticed working with you, Juice. 3 things. USC, the Buffalo Bills, and running backs. Your favoritism is out of control for those 3 things. It's just out of control when it comes to those 3 things. And I'm not going to let you running back me to death this week. They want all this money and they can't make it to week 3. No. We have to figure out how they can get some more money, but at the end of the day, we have to make sure that they're available. The best ability is availability, and they're not even available for week 3, Juice. Now, guys, that's this year. These tight ends get hurt this year. Aaron Rodgers, who may never come back, is making $22 million a play. Bring 4 That is terrible juice. Aaron Rodgers is top 5 quarterbacks of all time ever. Ever. Don't act like Aaron Rodgers is it. So Aaron Rodgers isn't a top 5 quarterback of all time?
I don't argue, but your argument was they get hurt. What's their name?
Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt like that. Come on, come on. You just was dissing how the Jets field was. You said the field is terrible. Antonio Brown came in and said it's one of the worst fields in the NFL, in the whole NFL. Now you're going to diss Aaron Rodgers because he on that Astro turf like that. Come on, Aaron Rodgers don't be getting hurt. You want to do this to Aaron Rodgers? That's a terrible example.
I'm not talking about Aaron. Okay. You talk about running backs. Everybody gets hurt. Lamar Jackson, the last 2 seasons, missed 5 games at the end of the season, missed 6 games at the end of the season. $52, $53 million.
I have to disagree with you because these are terrible examples. Lamar Jackson is not a traditional quarterback. They got to run and he's the leading rusher on the team half the season, every season. He's not a traditional stay in the pocket quarterback. He's rushing 70 yards, 65 yards. Harbaugh got him doing all type of shit. He's a Swiss Army knife, just so to speak. He don't just motherfucking throw it. They got him doing everything.
Juice, let me interject.
Injury, everybody gets hurt.
I know, but Juice, listen to this. If people keep getting hurt at running back, this is a question to Cam, so he can kind of get your point. Who's going to play running back? Are we going to take that position out if we're not going to pay them?
I'm not saying that they should take the position out. Because all I'm saying is stop asking for all this damn money and get paid as a what are you doing? I'm just mad, Juice. Because he's running backs and not getting Juice. The question is, you gotta relax. Just you laughing.
Make more money than a running back. That's all I'm saying. A so tight end just makes more money than the best running backs in the game. That's all I'm saying.
And you know what? My fourth point with you, Juice, is too. USC, running backs, Buffalo Bills, and beef with tight end sports. This is the thing. You got wild beef with tight end sports. You got mad beef with them niggas. I don't know which I don't know somebody on your team, somebody you play against. You got a lot of beef with tight end sports. The answer to your question, Mace, is this. What OJ is saying is this, and I kind of agree with this, and it probably needs to come to a better system. What OJ is saying is that Aaron Rodgers is still going to get paid whether he plays or not this year. And these running backs may not get
paid.
Right. So maybe it needs to be a system on a game per game availability. You know what I'm saying? So the answer to your question, Mace, is I'm not saying you're not going to take the running back position out because you need that. Even if you have a great quarterback, if you have a halfway decent running game with a great quarterback, you fuck the defense up because you're always going to run it and throw it. But I just say you can't be asking for Pat Mahomes' money and you can't make it to week 3.
No, I agree.
And a lot.
I don't agree with you on that. I'm not talking Pat Mahomes' money. I'm just talking about tight end money.
Here we go. Tight end money. That's what we're talking about. You want the tight end money for us.
Hey, OJ, won't the wide receiver, won't the running back start playing wide receiver a little bit more? We've seen a lot of guys transition to that.
I've said this over and over and over. If I was McCaffrey and playing today, if I was Saquon, I was Camaro, I'd say, look, you got to negotiate with me as a wide receiver because I get just as many assets as the wide receivers do. And I still got to run the ball and block them blitz and linebacker. So I'm a wide receiver. Pay me like a wide receiver. That little boy from San Diego had over 100 catches last year. I don't know what he's making, $7, $8 million. Inventory is wrong. So he's hurt too right now. He's hurt right now.
I got you. So you're talking about somebody else who's hurt. Oh, that's not available that you want to get more money.
OJ, you want to pay everybody that's not available.
Right. This is crazy.
But you got the way you're working these guys. Everybody knows that's how you make money. How many minutes is your tight end gets
football, man. This is the way it goes, B. Listen, you know where you fucked up? You just put somebody else that's injured again. Like, and you it's crazy. It's
But you get hurt when they put you in danger. When they put you in danger, you're going to get hurt. In Vietnam, those boys that was out on the point, you're going to lose more of those guys than you're going to lose with the guys in the back. When you put them out there, they're going to get hurt. So they should get hazard pay. They should get a little more money than a lot of the other guys.
I think he's raging from snowfall. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you something. You say you put him in danger, right? Let's say, let me ask you a question, right? If you, and let's all ask this question. You're 6 or 7 years old. Your mother leave you in the car and say, don't, you better, if you get out this car before I get back, I'm going to beat the shit out you. If you get the fuck out this car before I get back, I'm going to beat the shit out you. It's about 2.5% oxygen left in the car. You can't breathe. Are you going to stay in there and die, or are you going to risk the ass whipping? Let me ask you that. What would you do?
I'm getting out the car.
You going to get out you getting out the car? See, here we go with the whole answer. Are you going to get out the car or not? The answer is yes. Are you going to get out the car or not?
I'm going to do what my mama tell me to do.
So you're going to die in the car. Oh, all right. That's what we're saying.
I don't think that ever happened.
No, it's a scenario. Now we get personal. It's just a scenario. The reason I'm bringing this scenario up, because if you in danger, get away from danger. You saying that these niggas is in danger. Get out of danger, man. Now you want niggas to be teachers.
Well, my point is, like, in my case,
the head of the running back, president of the running back committee. Go ahead.
When I played, I was by far the highest paid
Nope.
guy in the league. So, you know, but I also was junior college.
I was waiting for them to be ready. If we had scheduled it for 8:30 or 9, I don't know if they're gonna be.